Welcome, beloved souls. Welcome back if you've been here before. This is Vivia. This is my channel, Your Soul as Well, where I use astrology to help us break down and make sense of our rapidly changing, rather volatile sometimes world, but yet exciting. It's exciting to be alive in these times of great change. At least I think so. Today's topic is Venus and Jupiter conjunct right here in the sign of Cancer. Venus and Jupiter conjunct right here in the sign of Cancer. This is exact the day that I published it in the afternoon of June 9th, approximately 12:47 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please adjust for your time zone. Now, this is considered a highly auspicious, benevolent conjunction. Remember, a conjunction sets forth a new cycle between the planets that are coming into contact with each other. That is, they're in the sky at the same time. So it's called a synodic cycle. So it's starting a year long. It's actually 14-month long. They'll meet up again in August of 2027. Venus and Jupiter will. So it's a 14-month long period of time that brings great opportunity, potential for blessings, expansion of wealth, and general prosperity for all of us. Now, granted, there are some caveats, that being, where is Jupiter in your chart? What sign does it lie in? Same thing with Venus, where Venus is in your chart, what they are doing, how they're aspected by other planets, and their general strength. Those things are always important to take into account. It's not a one-size-fits-all astrology. It's not pop astrology here. But generally speaking, when the greater and lesser fortune meet in the sky, it's an abundant time of festivity, open-heartedness, general good feelings abide. Now, let's talk about some of the archetypes involved. Venus, the lesser fortune, but still great, has dominion over our finances and wealth, our prosperity, also about aesthetics and beauty and then love, great love. She's about our deepest desires and represents the sacred feminine. Jupiter, known to be the greater benefic, greater fortune, is about joy and luck and blessings, abundance. It's known to be benevolent and protective. Jupiter rules over expansion. Whatever it comes into contact with, it will make bigger. Now, when these two come together, it can signify indulgence, overconsumption, overdoing things big, out of control emotions or desires, but also about big love, opening, receiving, divine love, and divine blessings. These two together in the sky remind us to surrender, to have faith in the divine, to trust, to allow life to meet us where we are, and to allow life to gift us with its blessings. It is about divine connection. It is about opening to love, and we rewiring ourselves to receive. Now, Cancer in this chart, the fourth house, is about our inner security, our foundation, our roots, our home. It's about our literal homes, but our inner sanctuary that we create as well. It's about belonging and nurturing, and deals with mothering, fertility, motherhood, babies. Everybody that knows me knows I have constant baby fever. Just love them babies. It's also dealing with our past. Cancer is. It deals with, again, our memories. It's the sign of the moon. Cancer is ruled by the sign of the moon, which represents stored memories, emotions. And Jupiter is exalted here in the temple of the moon. So this particular conjunction of Venus and Jupiter is especially sacred and wonderful because approximately every 12 years they meet, and they did not meet 12 years ago. 2013 or 14, when they would have and should have met in the sky, they didn't. They missed each other. And the next time they meet will be in Virgo. So this is a really wonderful opportunity for us to capitalize on this benevolent, sacred, joyous, celestial energy, this journey through this self-love and abundance. Now, remember that abundance doesn't always mean things that are good. Abundance could be an abundance of debt, an abundance of problems, an abundance of things that we do not want. So we do have to be careful, obviously, very intentional what we set out in the world, which intentions we put out, and being specific about what we want to receive from the universe. And remember as well, as I mentioned already, that the two of them coming together can signify, again, overgrowth of things that we might not want. Also keep in mind that as Jupiter expands, it can point out areas where we need more work. And that's the way I tend to look at it. Even if Jupiter is expanding something in your life that you may not want more of, sometimes that has to happen for you to see that you don't want more of this. And sometimes the problem has to get expanded, exaggerated, even sometimes out of control. The problem has to be magnified for you to take notice of it. Because sometimes in our lives, when things are subtle, it's easier to ignore them, easier to sweep them under the carpet, easier to walk away and not deal with whatever is before us. And sometimes that is how Jupiter blesses us. Jupiter shows us what's not working by making it bigger, making it so big that we cannot ignore it. So here in this chart, this is the foundation of the chart, very important house, the fourth house of security, roots, and foundation. Mercury is here. Mercury about to go retrograde towards the end of the month. Now, the one aspect that these two planets in conjunction make is to Chiron. Chiron is a square, so Chiron is, like the image shows, a key to our healing. So for many of us, this may bring up issues dealing with our home, our inner security, our past, our memories, foundation that need to be addressed, especially since Mercury will be going retrograde towards the end of the month in the sign of Cancer. So surfacing emotions, and I'm getting also to that for some of us, this might be actually past life related. And since Cancer is about our instinct, our emotional instinct, and water carries with it all of the natural talents and abilities that deal with our intuition and psychism. And so some of us might be able to tap into more of that realm when we tap in and do this work, reaching back throughout lineages, through our lineages, through this, the ability that we all have within us, stored within us, memories, dormant memories, resurfacing to be used within these bodies in this embodiment in this lifetime to better our lives and the lives of those around us. And I am also being cued to talk about the big love that we can bring to the planet with all these changes and all of everything that is happening on the world stage, and with so many that have been misplaced from their homes, that have needed to seek refuge and shelter on other lands and other places, whomever they are, wherever they are. It's really important for us to tap into our own senses, our senses of love, open our hearts, and ground. You can ground in water, by the way. So the forces that control the bigger Earth reality, the matrix, some call it. You can call them whatever you want to call them. You can call them the dark forces. You can call them the archons. There's so many names. The globalists, whomever they are, the tech bros, the oligarchs. It doesn't matter the name that we give them. Many of them want us to believe that we have no power, that we are helpless, that there's nothing that any of us can do to change our world, that it will always be in chaos, we will always be warring, and that horrible things will continue to happen. But that is not true. We are so powerful. Our power is immeasurable. It is about connecting to our hearts and connecting to one another through this relationship, through our emotion, through our heart-centeredness, through giving and receiving. Mercury, Venus, Jupiter all speak to the exchange and to giving and to receiving, and how much our heart matters and what we give out to the world. And these are the times that we need to do this, in this very sacred time that we are in. It's a very privileged time to be here on Earth. Many souls applied, if you will, to come to Earth in this time. And many were accepted, and many are still waiting to be allowed entrance in this most prophesized, anticipated time of renewal and regeneration of our earth, of our bodies, of the human condition. So you are important. You matter beyond anything you can believe. Your love is immeasurable. And the love that loves you is immeasurable, cannot be quantified. Although man tries, it will never be. We will never know the full extent of the one that created us, the divine one above all, the divine one that is within us. But it is that love that we must always tap into and project outwards into the world and allow for us to receive back into us. And that is what changes the world. And that is always what changes the world. Nothing else will ever change the world. Only our love for one another, our love for humanity, our love for our world, for the plants and the animals, for all the trees, for the oceans, for the aquatic life, for the babies, the little beautiful babies being born that bring through a new frequency that help us evolve even more. Let's all bless the little babies being born into the world. They're all so sacred and all so special. And out of this, I just want you to remember how much you are loved. You're so loved. You are love. You are loved. Nothing will ever change that. Nothing you can do or say will ever change that fact. That is a fact. And it's tapping into it, embodying it, allowing yourself to receive that divine, cosmic, benevolent love that is represented so beautifully here in this chart. I want to read the Chandra symbol that we round at to Cancer at 26 degrees, and it is pastry makers, a world perfectly fit for public consumption, a ceremonial display and production of community goodies, commodities, marvels, and wonders. You are in touch with the marketplace and with these special occasions, most at home within a gourmet sensibility, a good life ambience, but able to turn just about anything into the best of styles, coolly self-packaged, fascinated by images, ideas, cultures, and belonging to a circle of special friends, laying it on strong, creating the social glue, the magical rapport, convinced above all that we deserve the best, we are special, and we are what it is all about. Now that really plays into the themes of what could possibly be overconsumption and indulgence, and Venus and Jupiter both love their sweets and their fatty things. So it is about respecting that boundary and not overconsuming, but also about belonging to a special circle of friends. How important that is for so many of us to belong, to have a circle of friends, to have people that we can relate to. That is something that in our society, there is this, what is called the loneliness epidemic. As we get more connected online, we get less and less connected to one another. And so how many people are feeling this, feeling a lack of family, circles, of social networks. I hope that this blessing brings to you, those of you who are feeling that loneliness, to reach out and connect with real people in whatever way you can to help fulfill that desire within you of that connection, of that love, and of belonging. And I do agree that this conjunction here happening in the sky at 25 degrees of Cancer does have so much to do with us wanting the best out of our lives, the best for ourselves, and that we do deserve it, deserve the best. We are all special, unique beings. And in our own little universe, we are everything that it is about. Now, I'm going to move into the all signs reading, and forgive me, but I could not cast the chart for every single sign this time. I just had to get this done and out to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. And so I'm just going to go briefly through each one, letting you know where it's happening in your chart and what you can expect over the next 14 months, where this is going to be happening for you. Cancer, this conjunction happens in your first house, making it all about you. You are being blessed with this abundance and this divine love and protection the next 14 months. Use this energy for your own personal growth and expansion. For some of you, it could indicate improved health and even growth in your body. For example, for some of you, it could indicate growth of the body in terms of perhaps getting pregnant and the body growing that way. But because this is your first house, must watch for hubris, letting your ego get too big and too out of control, or overconsumption, as I just talked about, and having the body grow in ways that perhaps you wouldn't want. Leo, this conjunction happens in your 12th house, the house of the invisible, an unseen house, where spirit communicates to us and sends us messages, perhaps through our sleep, in our dream time, so pay attention to that. and use this time wisely. Maybe this is a time to invest in offshore opportunities, go on retreats, retract from the world, in meditation, to your own internal realms. It's a time of deep spiritual growth and tapping into intuition, spirit messages, addictions, bad behaviors, perhaps chronic illnesses might be shown and resurface. Keep an eye for that. Virgo, this is happening in your 11th house of community, friendship, networks, and it's a money house, money from your career gains. So for you, it could mean an opportunity for gains in career, fortune from career, recognition, fame. For those of you that have an audience, it could signify blessings and abundance with your audience and support through new groups, friendships, and alliances. One of your challenges could be that you are given so much opportunity and you might have to decide and discern which is best for you in your networks, in your groups, your friendships, and opportunities that come your way. It will be a time to make sure that your vision and what you want for your life and the people that are coming in are really aligned with that vision and what you want. Remember that Jupiter will make problems bigger. So if there's problems with any of your groups and friendships or circles that you belong to, they're going to get magnified until they're so apparent that you cannot ignore them. Libra, the Venus and Jupiter conjunction happens in your 10th house, a very visible, important, and public house involving your career, your public reputation, the legacy you leave behind. For some of you, it could be actual fame, getting very recognized, well-known publicly, up-leveling in your work, being seen as a teacher in your work environment. So as you rise to these new heights, be aware of making sure to follow your own purpose and what was resonant for you, not taking too much of anybody else's stuff on in your professional and public setting, and not sacrificing your own needs. Scorpio, this is happening in your 9th house. And this is considered one of the luckiest, if not luckiest, placement for Jupiter, the 9th house, his domain, where he has natural rulership over in the sign of Sagittarius. So this is a house of absolute growth for you, growth of your mind, of your being, spiritual growth, really trusting and surrendering to the divine, allowing your mind to be blown open, having a new world viewpoint. Some of you might travel the world, take on new adventures that have you exploring different places in the world or different places within your own mind and your own being, different cultures and languages. Some of you may, in this time period, meet new guides, spiritual mentors, or become a teacher to others and help other people expand their world and their minds. Be careful of not taking on too much here. Too much travel, too much newness, too much adventure, and burning yourself out. Because there's going to be lots coming at you and you want to be very discerning in this. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 8th house, the house of the others, resources. So for some of you, that is amazing news of new income coming in this house of big money through inheritances, investments, big money paying out through residual income. But this is also about healing any past trauma that held you back, going deep into the soul and recovering the parts of yourself lost to that trauma, maybe abuse, maybe hidden memories, things from the past, your childhood, perhaps past lives, or even through your karmic lineage. So that could be the difficulty in this transit for you. But remember that both Venus and Jupiter are here protecting you for this 14-month period as you excavate this area of your life to grow into more vulnerable, open, and trusting person of the future. Perhaps for you, the challenge will be to surrender and being open to receive support from the others that are here for you. Capricorn, this is happening in your 7th house. Your 7th and contractual house of committed relationship, whether that is your partner, your everyday partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, it doesn't matter the label you give it. It can be any label, or it could be a business partnership. So abundance and opportunity coming through here for you. So for some of you, that could be your marketplace, your audience, any important one-on-one relationship will be affected here. So for some, you could be forming beneficial agreements that move you further in your businesses, your audience, but it could also be committed love, partnerships, and relationships that way. This is very nice for you Capricorn. And for you, this is going to be about receiving from the other. It can be very challenging to open, trust, and to receive. Aquarius, the conjunction is happening in your 6th house of your everyday habits, everyday work, your everyday house. Could be pets, small pets particularly. A rental could involve a rental opportunity or rental opportunities. It could involve your work life, your health habits. So this area of your life is being blessed. And there's abundance here. It's about work projects and being blessed through work, through your daily habits. So for many, you can experience a boost in your health and vitality and wellness and even workplace harmony, since this is where Venus is at. But for some of you, it could be too much work and taking on too many tasks, too many burdens from others, or incurring debt, and really having to decide what is best, perhaps through problems being exaggerated. It is the house of your health. So watch for overindulgence and overconsumption. Pisces, this is happening in your 5th house of creativity, fertility, romance, adventure, and fun. It's the house of the heart. What a beautiful place for this to happen. So it's about expanding your heart, really expanding into your heart, really sending that to the world. You can do it, Pisces. Out of all the signs, you can do this so well. And this energy is here supporting you for the next 14 months to really put out into the world what you would like to see created, and use your powers of creativity and staying on purpose and staying heart-centered to do that. This is really a fertile placement. So for some of you, that could mean having a baby or having a grandbaby, family expanding through children, through the benevolence of children. If Pisces is the martyr, some of you might give so much, it's difficult to receive. That might be your challenge here. And it's just open to receive and accept what is being given to you in this house of joy and divine love. Aries, this is happening in your 4th house, your foundational house, your house of home and family, your inner security, your emotional sanctuary. So you're blessed here for 14 months, setting forth a beautiful period of time where many of you can relocate to your perfect home, buy a property that really resonates with you, your true self, you, the internal real you, who you came here to be, helping you set a strong foundation for your future and for your family. For some of you, it could be expanding family growing, but it's an opportunity, 14-month opportunity to really explore your interior realm, your emotional security, and going into success in that way through your home, perhaps real estate. But if there's a wound here from Chiron in the 1st to your home life, it could resurface memories from your past, from your childhood, from your ancestral roots could resurface, and there could be healing that needs to be done here for some of you as it relates to that inner sanctuary that you are building for yourself. Taurus, this is happening in your 3rd house. It is your mental realm, your mind, your intelligence, communication, your immediate surrounding, your neighborhoods. Some of this could deal with siblings or extended family. But know that you are being blessed here. So some of you might find expansion of your mind through this, success with writing or teaching or communication. Some of you might be inspired to launch podcasts or a channel of some sort, perhaps some type of blog or stories or things that you need to put out into the world. Now, Mercury is here in his 3rd house, and Mercury's fast. So just a reminder to slow down, take things one day at a time, one step at a time, not to overexert yourself or overindulge yourself. Too much mental stimulation and not enough grounding. Like literally go out and touch the grass if you have to, but also grounding in water. Grounding in water really works. It really works for me anyways. So just find ways to reconnect, because there's a lot of mental stimulation here. Gemini, this is happening in your 2nd house, all to do with your own self-worth, what you actually possess, your own resources. How you resource yourself is what I like to say. How you make your money, what you spend your money on. What we spend our money on shows us what we value. And for you, that's a lot to do with your home, things that bring you inner security. So you're being blessed here, an opportunity to expand your self-worth, your resources, your finances for the next 14 months. For some, you may experience lots of money coming in through jobs, through unexpected resources, unexpected windfalls of money coming at you. That would be a nice one, wouldn't it? I think your lesson through all of this, Gemini, is going to be to really value self. Stop underestimating yourself, stop undervaluating yourself, and begin to really treasure self. Like I said in the beginning, you are loved. So thank you everybody for watching. It's a bit different, this video. Like I said, I couldn't cast the charts. I really appreciate that you all are here with me. Sending you all so much love. Stay blessed, beloved souls. And I'll see you in the next video.